Hey, 話し始めるまでは誰もが英語知ってる. I don't really know if that was pronounced right or wrong, but my point was that most of us try to learn a language instead of trying to acquire a language. And there's a big difference between these two terms.
For example, I can say cette vie que j'habite parfois me dépasse, parfois est trop petite, which means this life that I live sometimes is overwhelming, sometimes is too small. I perfectly know this phrase, what it means, and how to use it correctly because I've watched and listened to people using it. But if I go to the textbooks and learn the phrase, en plus du désarroi dans lequel je suis plongé, j'ai l'impression d'être piégé, and I try to use it, I won't be able to do it confidently because I haven't seen a real person using it. I don't know the proper pronunciation or if it has different meanings depending on the context.
We could say that learning a language is the mechanical way. It won't take us to the native level. All the words, phrases, and grammar that you know and understand but you never use in conversation are the ones you learned. And all the words you use confidently while you're speaking are the ones you acquired. They're part of your brain already. You can use them whenever you want without thinking about them or hesitating. And that's because acquiring a language is the natural and effective way.
Think about it. Nobody really taught you how to speak English or Spanish. It's not like there's a Skillshare course or a giant book that will teach you everything there is to know about learning a language. No, in actuality, it was years of listening, understanding, and just taking in your environment that really helped develop your English or Spanish speaking skills. Sure, in the beginning, your pronunciation and vocabulary might not have been so great, but with years of practice and hard work and not giving up, you can master any language.
Being an adult makes things easier because now you're conscious and you can take the best approach. It took you roughly 5 to 6 years to speak fluently in your native language. Let's say that now you can expedite the process and acquire a second language in just a couple of years.
But now let's talk about the actionable steps or suggestions you can take to acquire English, or any other language for that matter.
Focus on active, deep learning. Most of us can understand more than we can speak, and that's because we're used to being passive learners. Focus more on speaking and writing instead of listening and reading.
Only consume real content created by native speakers like fiction books, podcasts, movies, etc. Throw away all those textbooks that only teach you how are you, I'm fine, thank you, and you? Throw them away. You don't want to learn that. You want to learn real English.
You don't have speaking partners, speak by yourself every single day. Grab a movie script and practice.
You gotta pay attention to how native speakers use phrases. Try to understand the context and imitate them. Do this over and over again. You have to remember that repetition is the mother of retention.
Never learn individual words. When you want to acquire a new word, use a whole sentence containing that word.
I want you to remember this. There will be a point when you'll notice that you spoke without thinking about it. No translation in your head, no hesitation. You just knew what to say and when. And that, my friend, is a clear indicator of language acquisition. That's exactly where you want to go.
Stick with it. I've got confidence in you.
Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.